Do I have any regrets about leaving my family, leaving my friends, and a $140,000 job to move to Paris last year? Hey girl, hey, welcome to my channel. Are you a Black woman solo traveler? Are you a Black woman who wants to move abroad? Sis, this is the community for you. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe bell. That way you don't miss any of the content updates on this channel. Also, make sure you hit the thumbs up button to like this video, share it with your friends, and also comment below. Let's get into it. I was watching a video by a YouTuber. Her name is Bukola. I will link to the video in the description of this video. And she did a video about regrets, if she had any regrets in terms of taking a career sabbatical. And so she talked about what she wished she would have done. And it really, that video inspired me to do this one in terms of, as now I'm in the midst of taking a career sabbatical / major career transition. But my question is, do I have any regrets moving to France at the age of 48 last year? For me, I honestly do not. I did leave a $140,000 job that would not let me work remotely, okay, in Paris. They would not let anybody work remotely. I left that job before coming to Paris. This experience has been one in which this is something that no one can ever take away from me, right? This is something that I can be 88, I can be 92, I can be 105 if Black Jesus decides to bless me at that age, right? I will always be able to say, I moved to Paris. I'm a Detroit girl, like y'all know, I'm a Detroit girl, and this is something that I can say that I did. No one can ever take that away from me. So, but the one thing I will say is that I wished I had saved just a little bit more money. Why? Because the first year you're spending, baby, you spending that money like it's water, okay? You're not even really thinking about it. The first year really is like a wash. There are so many expenses that you don't even think about, from like apartment deposits to moving costs to just all the stuff that you need to maintain in your new country. So I really wish that I maybe, saved a bit more money. I wish that I had estimated my expenses a little more. Like, I wish that I had overestimated my expenses and planned for that, okay? I wish that I had not overthought this move. I overthought this move for years, okay? For years. I knew in 2018 that I wanted to move here. I came here for the first time in 2017, the fall of 2017. By that next year, I was like, oh, baby, I want to live in Paris. It took me 4 years. It took me 4 years to actually begin making the move. I did not begin making the move until the summer of 2022. And I wish that I had done this sooner. My kids at the time, by the summer of 2022, my youngest had finished undergrad. Really, let's take it back a few years before that. By 2019, okay, before the pandemic, which I call the pandemic the panini, right before the panini, all of my kids were out of the house. My youngest was a freshman, lived in a dorm, okay? My middle child, she was like a sophomore, and she went to Georgia Southern. She lived in a dorm. My oldest, he had moved out the year before. Everybody was on their own. I could have been living my best Parisian life a whole, years and years earlier. But I stuck around thinking, oh, I need to wait until everybody finishes school. I need to wait until everyone has everything together. And listen, I am not, I'm not saying, moms, we want our kids to have things together, but I promise you, if those kids are in college, if those kids are building their new careers, they are not thinking about you. They are thinking about the next party they're going to. They're thinking about the next movie event. They're thinking about hanging out with their friends. They are not thinking about us, okay? So I could have done this years before I actually did. I could have done this years before. So for me, this has been like a thing of, you know, sure, I wish I had done this years before, but timing is timing. And, but I know that this could have been done. I could have made this move years prior to what I actually made it. I know without a shadow of a doubt, I definitely was overthinking everything. I overthought it for years. And so, sis, I just want to encourage you, sis, don't overthink it. We got it. Don't overthink it. We're Black women. We are trailblazers. We are leaders. We got this. If you can make it in the U.S., you can make it almost anywhere else. It is an entirely different thing. I just know, sis, if you are out there saying, I want to move to another country, you got it. You honestly, you got it. So the other thing I wish I would have done is I wished I would have definitely, in terms of not overthought it, I wish I would have probably done it sooner. I wish that I would have saved a bit more money, okay, because stuff is expensive. I wish that I had estimated my expenses a little bit more accurately, because, you know, the first year, again, it's like a wash. You're spending a lot of money on everything. For the first couple months, I was living like, you know, I was just living my best Parisian life. I'm just going to be honest with you. I was living like a tourist still. I wasn't living like a true resident. So it's realizing those little small things. But I'm telling you, for those of you who want to make the move, also make sure the other regret that I have is that I regret that I didn't think about the online income piece. Those of you who saw my last video, I will link it here. You already know that I'm in the middle of a career transition. I'm in the middle of a life transition, career sabbatical, whatever you want to call it. And so I wish that I had thought about the online income piece a little bit more, because that is what is going to keep you in the country that you want to remain in, okay? Not putting all your eggs in one basket in terms of whether that be a job or whatever, but really thinking more about that piece. How are you going to make money in your new country? How are you going to make money in your new country? Can you make money in your new country that is not dependent upon your location? Can you be anywhere making this money? So those are a few of the things I think that you may want to think about, sis, as you're working on moving abroad. What are your plans? Where are you looking at moving to? Remember, don't make the same mistakes I did. Don't overthink it. Save your money, sis. Don't underestimate your expenses. Definitely think about the online remote income piece. Do not forget to think about that. And happy scouting of whatever country you want to move into. Do me a favor, sis, if you reached the end of this video, if you're not subscribed, to make sure you do, but also if you know of any Black women who want to move abroad, Black women who want to travel solo travel, make sure you send them this channel and tell them to subscribe. It is one of the best ways to help me as a Black woman YouTube creator. Until the next video, you guys, I will talk to you later.